If there's one thing social media demonstrate, it's this. Listeners now expect to be heard.
I'm Holland Cooke, the talk radio consultant, so I can't claim to be objective. But I believe that talk radio isn't just different than music radio, it's better. Talk radio is never on in the background. And because listeners have taken control of their media, making them the show is an opportunity music radio just doesn't enjoy. Admittedly, the talk radio caricature is an issue.
Monologue is waning. Look at the major market ratings for 1990s style crazy uncle type hosts who do I talk you listen, I'm right you're wrong. Meanwhile, dialogue is thriving. With or without radio, our listeners, our advertisers' customers, are talking to each other. So talk radio is playing defense. And that's where you come in. We will only continue to own the conversation if you, the host, lead the conversation.
Here's how. If you haven't already, I urge that you read a book Dave Ramsey recommended to me.
It's Tribes, We Need You to Lead Us by Seth Godin. You can find a gently used copy for a couple bucks on Amazon. He clarifies your opportunity in a way you will find profound. He gives you the wide-angle shot.
And here's the close-up, some talk radio technique that I recommend to hosts who send me air checks to review.
The most common talk radio mistake I hear in my travels is announcing the call-in phone number before you state the call-in topic. Too typically, the host opens the hour with the phone number, then eventually sets the topic, sometimes after several unscripted minutes, which end with what you want callers to weigh in on.
That's backwards and explains why so many older, often off-topic regulars call.
Too many callers sound like the grandfather on The Simpsons. He's thrilled to have anyone to talk with. All he needed was the phone number. Meanwhile, your local advertisers would prefer to meet the real-life Homer and Marge, parents with children of any age still living at home, the most important retail consumers. They're busy, physically and mentally, so don't test their patience. This will be familiar advice to hosts I coach. You should always and only announce the phone number immediately after the reason you want people to use it. Topic du jour. And when you state your topic, try this. Instead of asking callers, what do you think? Ask, how do you feel? Admittedly, this will seem like a semantic difference, but you can actually light the phones up faster, and here's why. The first 5 minutes of the hour, the newscast, is facts. Your network or your staff newscasters deliver a digest of what they think we should know. And station promos train listeners to check in throughout your busy day. Hopefully that newscast will sound different each hour, so they do keep coming back. Then, the next 55 minutes is about feelings. As though you're turning to the camera, invite listeners to weigh in on something they just heard in the news. If it was important enough to air atop the hour, it must matter, right?
If you track call count and topic, you've probably already noticed a pattern.
You get better response when you ask for opinions. Should members of Congress be term limited? Than when you ask for listeners' expertise. Is losing our AAA rating making our economy less sound? How do they know? When you give out the call-in number, read it like the winning lottery number. You and those boring regulars already have it memorized. The first-time callers you want don't. And be overt. Say, call me right now, so they know it's their turn.
Please purge the following from your on-air vocabulary.
After this break, even just one more minute of time spent listening could be all you need to qualify for another hour of ratings credit. In the listener's mind, after this break means here come commercials. Why identify commercials as a break, especially in talk radio where they interrupt less than they do in music radio? You may be delivering one of those spots. Perhaps it's an endorsement spot, and you'll be judged by the results. Then, after the break, avoid thanking a caller for holding on through the news or a commercial break. This tells the busy people advertisers want to meet and voices you want to join the on-air conversation that they haven't got time to play. Call screening is key. Screeners are the unsung heroes of great talk radio, and effective call screening can really light up your show. For my Tips for Call Screeners, a free download, simply send an email, even a blank one will do, to screenertips@hollandcooke.com. Mere moments later, the robot will deliver.